Dear students, the topic of today's video is role efficacy. Before talking about the role efficacy, we need to know what is efficiency, effectiveness, and efficacy. Efficiency is measured by a comparison of output with input, energy, time, money. Effectiveness is the ability to produce desired effect. Efficacy refers to power to produce an effect, setting the right objectives. What is role efficacy? Role is a set of behaviors that characterizes an individual's response in specific situations. Efficacy means producing the expected result. Role efficacy occurs when an employee can produce the expected result, being clear with his or her authority or responsibility. There are three dimensions of role efficacy: role making, role centering, and role linking. The more these aspects or dimensions are present in a role, higher the efficacy is likely to be. Role making, it comprises of four aspects. Self role integration. Every person has his strengths, experience, technical training, special skills, and some unique contribution that he may be able to make. The more the role a person occupies provides an opportunity for the use of such special strengths, the higher the efficacy is likely to be. This is called self role integration. The self or the person and the role get integrated through the possibility of a person's use of his special strengths in the role. Our special strengths are used in the role so that it may be possible for us to demonstrate how effective we can be. Integration contributes to high role efficacy. On the other hand, if there is a distance between the self and the role efficacy is likely to be low. In short, how closely one can integrate his or her role with self. Second, proactive. A person who occupies a role responds to the various expectations that people in the organization have from that role. While this certainly gives him satisfaction, it also satisfies others in the organization. However, if he is also expected to take initiative in starting some activity, the efficiency will be higher. Reactive behavior helps a person in being effective to some extent, but proactivity contributes much more to efficacy. If a person feels that he would like to take initiative but has no opportunity to do so in the role that he occupies in the organization, the efficacy will be low. In short, ability to make initiative rather than to responding. Third, creativity. It is not only initiative which is important for efficacy, an opportunity to try new or unconventional ways of solving problems or an opportunity to be creative is equally important. If a person perceives that he has to perform only routine tasks, it is detrimental towards a high role efficacy. If he feels that the role does not allow any time or opportunity to be creative, the efficacy is bound to be low. New and unconventional ways of solving a problem. Confrontation. If a people in an organization avoid problems or shift the problems to the others, their role efficacy will be low. The tendency to confront persons and find relevant solutions contributes to efficacy. When people facing interpersonal problems sit down, talk about these problems and search out solutions, their efficacy is likely to be higher when compared with situations in which they either deny such problems or refer them to their higher officers. Number two dimension is role centering. Centrality. If a person occupying a particular role in an organization feels that the role he occupies is central in the organization, his role efficacy is likely to be high. Every employee would like to feel that his role is important to the organization. If persons occupying various roles feels that their roles are peripheral, not very important, their potential effectiveness will be low. How central I am to the organization. Influence refers to ability to influence and use of power. Third, personal growth. If a person feels that he is stagnating in a role without any opportunity to grow, he is likely to have a low role efficacy. In many institutes of higher learning, the roles of the staff pose problems of low efficacy. The main factor behind this is the lack of opportunity for them to grow systematically in their roles. Institutes which are able to plan the growth of such people in the roles will have higher efficacy and obtain a great deal of contribution from them. Personal growth refers to opportunity to grow and develop. Third dimension of role efficacy is role linking. Inter-role linkage. Linkages of one's role with other roles in the organization increases efficacy if there is a joint effort in understanding problems, finding solutions. The efficacy of the various roles involved is likely to be high. The feeling of isolation of a role reduces role efficacy. Inter-role linkage refers to ability to link one's role with others. Helping relationship refers to free to solicit and give help. If a person performing a particular role feel that they can get help from some source in the organization whenever the need arises, they are likely to have higher role efficacy. On the other hand, if there is a feeling that no help is forthcoming when asked for, or that the respondents are hostile, role efficacy will be low. Last, superordination refers to disposition to serve larger. When a person performing a particular role feel that what he does is likely to be value to a larger group, his efficacy is likely to be high. Roles in which people feel that what they are doing is helpful to organization in which they work result in role efficacy. But if a person feels that he does not get an opportunity to be of help to a larger group, the role efficacy is likely to be low. Thank you for watching my video.